Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's look at this afternoon mountain weather update here with new numbers, new trends. First off, my bullet points. Essentially there are three storm systems right now that I'm tracking. So the first one's happening now, southern tier of states, Arizona, New Mexico, southern Colorado, with some snow. This one's creating a rut in the atmosphere for storms 2 and 3 to follow. Storm 2 is really the primary one of the period, 213 to 215. It's got great jet support, a lot of wind energy. It's colder. We'll have some good ratios with this. And at least a couple of different bullseyes locations geographically with this. It'll set up as an Albuquerque low and hammer northern New Mexico and southern Colorado. Interestingly enough, Storm 3 will probably be very similar, coming in through the Intermountain West, setting up around Albuquerque, and once again laying down some pretty good bullseyes of snow. So let me show you what this looks like. This is going to be water vapor satellite. So oranges and reds represent the drier air aloft. So your whites and blues represent your moisture. Here is the setup. There's Storm 1, kind of a smaller low, southern track. Big low number 2, coming in right on its heels, and it will come down, set up around Albuquerque. Storm number 3 is also pretty big, and it will come in at a similar trajectory, maybe a little further south. So if you were to label them, there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. I wrote about it this morning on my blog, christomer.com, 2 to 3 different storm systems through 222 with bullseye locations. Take a look at it. I put a timeline on all 3 lows, and it was a nice morning down in Wolf Creek. Wolf Creek's one of my bullseyes. You're probably going to get 3 to 4 feet of snow out of, as far as a grand total, out of all of these storm systems in Wolf Creek, probably 40 plus. So that's going to be a place to see. It was sunny early, now it's snowing. There's your setup. There's the jet. Let me show you an updated jet forecast. I'll take it full. So this is 220, big trough, well supported by the jet. In fact, both branches, northern and southern, make a contribution at escorting this trough or this area of low pressure through the Intermountain West and then down towards Albuquerque. So both of these lows have nice support. All right, back to the blog. Let me just show you what else I did here. I also went into timing, and I'll take this full. Forecast, radar, and satellite. So Tuesday morning, first low's out of here. Here comes the next low, diving down. The main one sets up as an Albuquerque low, out of here by the 16th. Then we're going to get a break in the action and several dry days. You can see it happening. We're just waiting on the main storm. Maybe starting to show up late 218 in the Pacific Northwest, but it's really 219 that it hits the Pacific Northwest, and then 220 where it starts to drop down through the Intermountain, and then it finishes up on 221 as an Albuquerque low. Back to the blog, I actually detailed Wolf Creek and Taos. You can see that snow in time. So I timed it out for both places. Take a look at that so you know when all the big powder days are. Now my forecast totals maps were from this morning. So let me show you what my new numbers are. All right. Time frame number 1, rest of today through 2:15, big numbers. So this is capturing the low that's happening now, plus Storm 2 coming in, and you can see the numbers. South of I-70 in Colorado, big numbers, 1 to 2 feet, and 1 to 2 feet in northern New Mexico, Taos, Angel Fire, Ski Santa Fe. So some really good numbers right there. And again, that captures what's happening now, plus Storm number 2. All right, let me look at the second period. So this captures essentially the end of Storm 2 plus 3. So you're getting a combination here, and a lot of snow in Colorado and a lot more places. Another foot, probably it looks like a foot along I-70 north out of that. That's a good flow. And another 1 to 2 feet in southern Colorado, another foot for northern New Mexico. I'll show you the grand totals with a couple specialty maps here in a second for those areas. Tetons get another foot. Looking good. 1 to 2 feet up there through Baker, Stevens, and Timberline, and Revelstoke gets a fair amount. So that third storm comes in at a nice trajectory and benefits a lot of places. All right, here's the total map. This is 213 through 222. Looking at about 50 inches over Wolf Creek and 2 to 3 feet over the top of the San Juans. Snow all the way down to Durango, 12 to 20 inches through Bayfield. So there's going to be some pretty big totals through those areas. All right, specialty map number 2, the central and northern mountains of Colorado. So again, I-70 north, this is a total map. So this is Storm 2 plus Storm 3. That's why the numbers are so large. So you're looking at 1 to 2 feet. So again, it doesn't all come at once. Some of this will come 214, 215, and then another chunk will come on 219, 220, 221. All right, let's look at the northeast. I don't have much. 1 to 6, maybe 1 to 7 inches. Again, no blockbuster storm systems during this time frame, but just a little bit of snow to freshen things up. All right, guys, there you go. Always appreciate you tuning in here for this afternoon update. Take care, and I'll talk with you later.